In this video, I'm going to be recreating 3 viral woodworking projects I found on Pinterest. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting out, I'm going to cut off the end of my fence picket and mark and cut at 12 inches. Now head over to the table saw. Now set your table saw to 2 3/4 inches and rip your board in half. Back at your miter saw, you're going to set it to 35-ish degrees. I have mine set at 21.6 because that's where my saw stops. Now you're going to take both of your boards you just ripped in half and cut off the ends. Now with just one of them, you're going to flip it around and cut it so that it comes to a point. Just like that. Now the piece that you just cut, you're going to want to measure the bottom and see how long it is. Mine is 3 3/8 inches. So take the other board, the one that you didn't just cut, and then measure the top and make a mark at 2 3/8 inches. So whatever the length of the bottom of your triangle is, you're going to take off an inch and mark the top up here. And again, with this board, you're going to measure the top, or the bottom, the longer side, and mine is 5 3/4 inches, so that would mean that the next cut will be 4 3/4 inches. So I'll go ahead and do that. With all of these cut, I'm going to go ahead and take my leftover from the other board, set my saw back to 0 degrees, cut off the end. Then I'm just going to use the scrap I just cut off and turn it this way and cut a square. And those are all the cuts you need. Now let's go assemble. Start with the 2 smallest angled ones, and you're going to put glue on the top of the bigger one. And then put the smaller one on top. Kind of center it and nail it. Take the biggest angled one and put glue on the bottom of it. Next, find the center of your square board. Find the center of the bottom of your Christmas tree. Add some glue to one side of your square. Put it right in the center of your tree. Now, and it's finished. This is the Pinterest version, and this is my version. Tell me what you think down in the comments. On to project number 2. Start off by cutting off the end of your fence picket. Next, cut 2 pieces to 20 inches. And 1 piece to 11 inches. Next, over the table saw. Cut your 11-inch board in half. With your 2 24-inch boards, you're going to kind of space them apart and use this template. I'll leave a link for it down in the description, and you can just print it off and put it kind of in the center and trace it out. Those look pretty close to symmetrical, so now I'm going to cut it out on the jigsaw. Well, that didn't work out. Try again. With both sides cut out, you're going to put them together kind of like this. Leave a little bit of a gap in between. Next, mark up 1 inch from the top and bottom. Put a little bit of glue on both of the 11-inch boards. And nail it. There we go, another project done. This is what the original looks like. On to project number 3. For the final project, I'm using the cutoffs that I have left over from the other projects. This board is 31 inches long, so this will be plenty. I'll tell you at the end of the video how much you actually need. So I'm gonna rip this board in half. Now take these over to the miter saw. Set your saw to 45 degrees and cut a fence picket to come to a point. Just like this. Next, take one of the boards you just cut in half and put it up against the top of your point, and then put your speed square down here and mark at a 45-degree angle. And cut it. Make sure that it lines up, and it does. Next, take and put your board and put it up against right here and make a mark right here. And set your saw back to 0 degrees and cut it. With these boards cut, you're going to want to set this board aside and take these two boards and measure them. This one is 11 inches and this one is 13.5. Now, you're going to want 3 long ones and 3 short ones, but each one that you cut, you're going to make 2 inches shorter than the last one. So the next one is going to be 11.5, and then the one after that is going to be 9.5. Same thing with this one. This one is 11 inches, so you're going to go 9 inches, then 7 inches. So go ahead and cut those. Now with all these pieces cut, you're going to want to cut some more in half, so you're going to need about 3 feet. Now with one of the ripped in half boards, you're going to cut a board to 24 inches, and this will be for the back. And then cut 4 pieces to around 6 inches. I now have all my parts cut, so let me do a quick overview. I've got my fence picket that comes to a point. I have these, which the links will be in the description for the links to these because I'm not going to list them. And then this board is 24 inches long, and that'll be for the back. And these ended up about 5 inches long, but I'd say it would be better to do them 6 inches or maybe even like 8 or 10. By the way, I'm setting aside the 24-inch board and the 6 or 5-inch boards. I'm setting them aside for now, and I'm going to use the biggest 2 boards from each stack starting out along with this board. So I'm just going to put this board on like this. This board goes on like this, and then this one goes over here. And make sure the worst looking side is facing up. Next, take the second smallest boards from each stack and put them on the same way, and then finally end with the smallest ones. Now I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up, putting glue on all these. Now take your 24-inch board, put some glue on the back, and put plenty of glue because you'll need it. Now flip it over and try to get it as close to the center as you possibly can. And I'm putting a ton of pin nails in here just to keep it together so I can go ahead and put the bottom on without waiting for the glue to dry. The way I'm putting this on, I'm going to put one on like this. I'm switching over to my brad nailer because I can now. I'm going to put glue here. Plenty of glue. There's a chance this thing could start falling apart because the glue hasn't dried yet. And I would definitely recommend waiting for this glue to dry first. Do not do what I'm doing right now.